Hey YouTube, it's Frankenberry123 with a Yu-Gi-Oh deck profile. This is the first part. I haven't really uploaded videos on my channel, but I do plan to get into it if it gets enough views and whatnot. The ban list came out a couple days ago, and I started running a new deck. It's Scraps. This is gonna be a profile on it, and I think for the end of the meta or the beginning of next meta, it should do a decent job. I've been trying it for a while. It's fairly consistent, and Scrap Dragon's just a boss, you know. So let's get right on into the deck. So excuse my camera skills, you guys. You got 3 Scrap Beast. It's the main tuner. You can use it with Summoner Monk. You can use it with Scrap Chimera, and it's 1600. It's a 1600 level 4 tuner. It's got that scrap effect. If it's blown up by a scrap effect, you can add one from your grave to your hand, so that always helps. Then to go with them, you got 3 Chimera. It's kind of like a junk synchron. Special summons a scrap monster from the grave, or level 4 lowest scrap tuner from the grave. So like you usually get Scrap Beast. But the only bad part about it is it can only be used for a scrap synchro, and all the other materials must be scrap, so that kind of narrows it down. Then a lot of people like to play 2, but I only play 1 Golem. I find the deck going a little too fast to be sacking for monsters here, there, everywhere with Scrap Storm and whatnot. But Scrap Golem's good. He's easy to go into Scrap Twin. Easy to make Scrap Dragon. He's pretty good. You got Scrap Goblin. He's kind of like a Spirit Reaper. Then he's got the Scrap Tuner effect. If he's destroyed by a scrap effect, you get to add one from your deck to your hand. Focus. And then you got Scrap Orthros. This is the last scrap monster that I play. It's kind of like a Sidra, but you have to it's not like Sidra. It's kind of like a Grandmaster of the 6 Samurai, except it blows up a scrap monster whenever it's special summon, and it's got the Scrap Tuner effect, so you can target itself. And the cool thing is that you can use his effect in target, then you can play Scrap Storm and target the monster, and it still goes off, but you get Scrap Storm's effect. So yeah, Scrap Orthros is pretty good. Then a lot of people only play 1 if they play any at all, but I play 2 Summoner Monk. Summoner Monk's like a pro. I wish I could play Summoner Monk in every deck, but really doesn't really work very well in a lot of other decks. But anyway, Summoner Monk, you ditch a spell, special summon a level 4 monster. You can get like Tengu or Scrap. Usually you can go get Scrap Beast and special summon and synchro for Scrap Dragon. So yeah, Summoner Monk's really good. It'd help if he wasn't a dark though, and like even if you don't have a spell and you just dead drum, he's got 2000. No, never mind. He's got 1600 defense, so he's a pretty good defensive wall. I mean, there is some stuff that can run over it, but I mean, you know, whatever. Then you play 2 Tengus. These are probably coming out for Thunder Kings. Tengu's okay at 2, but really helped whenever it was at 3. We all know what Tengu does, so I really don't have to explain that. Then 2 Veilers. Veiler's a love-hate relationship. You have to play him, but I really don't like playing Effect Veiler, but you know you got to. So it's 15 monsters. It's a pretty low monster count, but you really don't need it because you recycle a lot of it, and then you have some search cards and stuff. So yeah, 15 monsters. Oop, come on. I just move those, and then for the spells, you got 3 Scrapyard. It's one of the best cards in the deck. It adds a level 4 Scrap Tuner to your hand. So yeah, it's kind of like a tuning. Then you got 3 Scrap Storm. It's kind of like a Gemini Spark. Basically, you select a scrap monster, send a scrap to the grave, draw a card, then blow up the monster. And since it's a scrap card, the Scrap Tuners get their effects and whatnot. Scrap Storm. So Scrap Storm's really important. Okay, you gotta fix that. Then run 2 dualities. The deck sometimes has consistency issues, and you need to try to get your combos going as fast as possible. So you gotta dig sometimes, and then Pot of Duality just lets you dig for cards. Helps you set up, whatnot. Get your if you got a dead scrap storm in hand, just get a scrap monster. You got Book, Lance. Book may be coming out for a second Lance. Lance is really good because you have to get your Chimera plays off pretty often. So if you try to bottomless or something, you just Lance it. Same way Scrap Dragon. Like, you really got to try to keep that stuff on the field. So then Book, everybody knows what Book does. And then a tech card that I really like so far is Scapegoat. Scapegoat, a lot of people just like, oh, you can use it for Scrap Dragon's effect. You can do that, but you can also, like, if it's dead, you can pitch it for Summoner Monk. Or if on a more defensive side, you can bring it out on your opponent's turn whenever they're trying to attack. And then you can, like, normal summon Scrap Beast and go for Barkion or Beast or Landois if you run any of those. So, yeah, Scapegoat's really good. Only one MST. You use side and tier spells and traps and whatnot. And it's usually not too big of a deal because Scrap Dragon pops a lot of stuff, so. In the staples, you got Monster Reborn, Dark Hole, Heavy Storm. Staples, don't need to explain them. And for the traps, you play 2 Horn of the Phantom Beast. Like, almost half your monsters are Beast or Beast Warriors. So, you really don't ever have a time where it's dead. And, like, you can bring out Scrap Dragon, set this, if you're trying to run out of options, they destroy your Scrap Dragon, you get out Scrap Chimera, then they go to attack, and you can flip this, so it makes them gain 800, and you draw a card whenever it's destroyed, so yeah, that card's really good. Then Compulse, I think it's better than Bottomless this format. I really like Compulse. It bounces a card to the hand, like Zenmain, stuff like that. Just an overall good card. Then you got 2 Fiendish Chains. I like this better than Effect Veiler, but I can't find a third, so it's no big deal. We all know what Fiendish Chain does. I really like it. You got 2 Warnings. We all know what Warning does. It's pretty much a staple. You got 1 Judgment. I've thought about taking it out, but I've chose not to. It works pretty good, so we all know what Solemn does. You run 1 Call for those situations where, like, you need to get back a Golem. You can get back Golem, then go for, like, you can get Golem, bring back Beast, go for Scrap Twin, then destroy the Call of the Haunted, and then bounce 2 monsters. So it's basically like no fodder. And then last card in the deck's Dust Tornado. A lot of people, nobody mains Dust Tornado. But I love Dust Tornado. It's like, I know a lot of people say MST's better, and MST is better for the most part, but like, you tend to get Heavy Stormed a lot in this deck, so you can just like chain Dust Tornado to their Heavy Storm, then like after Heavy Storm resolves, you get to set 1. So, or that and Dust Tornado is just really good. If you can use it, then like set a Horn of the Phantom Beast for your next turn, if you know they have something to like stop your Chimera or something, or if you're just bluffing, you don't think they have something to stop your Chimera, but it's always a good backup to, yeah. And for the extra, I don't have some of it, but I've got all of the stuff that I'm missing on pre-order, so these 3 Scrap Dragons. Now a lot of people only play 2, but I think 3 is pretty necessary. So yeah, you almost always use all your Scrap Dragons. Scrap Dragon's really good. Then you got Scrap Twin. You go into it almost every other game. Then you got 2 Stardust. You usually only go into 1, but like with your Summoner Monks, if you get your Summoner Monks late game and you've already used all your Scrap Dragons, you can always still go into Stardust. Stardust is really good. It's probably still one of the best synchros in the game. And you got a Colossal Fighter against them heroes. You know, them heroes can be dick sometimes. That's proxied Scrap Archfiend. You only use it because you can go, because if your Chimera brings back Goblin, you can only go into a Scrap Synchro, so that's what that's for. Then Black Rose, like with like Scrap Beasts and Scapegoats. Then Barkion for like Scrap Beasts and Scapegoats. Brio, it's getting banned the mess out of, but for mostly Scoats and Tuners. Catastor for Scoats and Tuners. And you got your rank 4 Exceeds. You can't go into rank 3 Exceeds in this deck, so yeah, no Zen mains for me. But you can always go into rank 4s with like Scrap Chimera, Scrap Beast, or with Summoner Monk, stuff like that. So I'm not going to show the side because the format's about to change, and it's probably going to change over the format. But like I said, the deck is pretty consistent. I would try it. It's a real cheap deck. It doesn't cost a lot of money at all. So if you're like looking for a budget deck, it's really good. So Barry 123 signing out.